feel fat today. And now you feel fat today also. You're welcome. And now there's a podcast.
Welcome to I Feel Fat Today, the show where we dispel diet myths, see what's new in diet culture, and investigate your relationship with food. I'm your host, Kelly Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcast, or follow us on Apple Podcasts, where you can leave a 5-star review. Follow us on Instagram at I Feel Fat Today. Follow me, your host, Kelly Taylor, at Hello, This is Kelly. And send us an email at ifeelfattoday@gmail.com. We're back with another week, another episode. This week I do have a guest for the episode. But I wanted to do one of my classic intros where we talk about some hot topics, and then I introduce you to my guest. Now, before we bring on my guest this week, I wanted to talk more about Serena Williams and her being the spokesperson for a GLP-1, Zepbound. I mentioned it last week at the tail end of my episode where we broke down the Biggest Loser expose docuseries Fit for TV, which I don't really know if it was really an expose at all. Kind of told us a lot of information that we already knew. Nothing really groundbreaking. But anyways, I talked about, sort of how we wouldn't have the Biggest Loser now, mainly because of drugs like Ozempic. But I talked a little bit about Serena Williams being the spokesperson for Roe, and it's not just Serena Williams. I believe it's also who was it? Why can't I think of his name? Roe spokesperson. He's a sports guy. Used to be a football player. Charles Barkley. That's what it is. I could picture him, but I couldn't. So Serena Williams and NBA legend Charles Barkley are both spokespeople via Roe for weight loss drug GLP-1 Zepbound. And I think the public and myself are more dismayed about Serena Williams being a spokesperson more than Charles Barkley. Probably, I think it has to do with gender, right? I think men and their weight is much different than women and their weight. And also age. Charles Barkley is an older gentleman. So when a GLP-1 has, effects on, someone's diabetes. I don't know if Charles Barkley even has diabetes, but, you feel differently about an older person on a weight loss drug rather than a younger person, like Serena Williams. Actually, how old is Serena Williams? She is 43. Yeah, I figured she was in her 40s. So, also wanted to point that out. But I have an article from Healthline that I wanted to go through to talk a little bit more about Serena Williams. So, so Serena Williams is opening up about her weight loss journey with GLP-1 medication Zepbound. The former professional tennis player is among other celebrities like Oprah and Kelly Clarkson who've started their weight management stories and why they who've shared their weight management stories and why they turned to medication. Williams, a 23-time Grand Slam champion, told Elle magazine that after having her second child in 2023, she lost weight within 2 weeks, but no matter what she did after that, she couldn't lose more. Every single day, I would get my 30,000 steps in. I ran and trained. Even after my first daughter, I never got back to the level that I wanted to be, which I mentioned this last week, but seems like that's where her body naturally wanted to stay, and using a drug like Zepbound pushes against where her body's natural inclination was. The weight she carried caused her to experience joint pain when she played tennis, she told Women's Health. I mean, Is it valid? Yes. But it's also like, sorry, gym teacher, I can't participate in class today because I have a contusion. That girl that always had a contusion and couldn't do gym every day. Williams began taking the GLP-1 medication in the summer of 2024 and then decided to stop. Then in 2025, she teamed up with the telehealth company Ro, which her husband Alexis Ohanan is an investor in and board member, to receive Zepbound. I wonder why she stopped the GLP-1 medication. I would love for them to have talked about that. But in a Ro-sponsored Instagram post, Williams said that she lost 31 pounds while taking Zepbound, and she joins former NBA star Charles Barkley, who lost 65 pounds taking the GLP-1 in partnership with Ro. Serena Williams is such an inspiration to many, and I'm glad to hear she has spoken about this publicly. It's an important message. Scott Isaacs, MD, president of the American Association of Clinical Endocrinology, told Healthline. Williams faced scrutiny about her body. So Williams has faced scrutiny around her body her entire life. In her HBO documentary, Being Serena, one scene shows her coach talking with her about the need for her to lose weight. Fans have also commented on her body throughout the years, expressing both positive and negative sentiments. While Williams said she put a lot of thought into taking anti-obesity medication, she told Vogue that at this point in her life, she doesn't feel ashamed about letting the public know. Because also, what is the fucking backlash? Like, she has her life. People being unhappy with her about being on a medication like Zepbound, like, what is she going to lose, right? Like, she's laughing all the way to the bank in her big house with the perfect body. So but for lack of a better way to say it, I don't really care what people are saying about my body anymore. What's important to me is transparency, which I would say is actually valid, and I do talk about that a lot on this show. I think that when you look at someone like who's been talked about on the show in the past, like Remy Bader, sort of like how unhappy people were with her lack of transparency around having medical weight loss surgery. There is something to be said about the transparency. However, to me, it's all null and void when we look at the fact that her husband is, deeply entrenched in the success, or stands to benefit a lot in the success of the company Ro. So transparency to me is out the window. I wish I could whistle. Isaac said stigma around obesity can make people feel judged or guilty for using medication to manage their weight. Okay, but Serena Williams has faced scrutiny around her body. She is not obese, and it sucks. And I think it's crazy that Serena Williams has ever experienced scrutiny around her body, and I'm sure she has. But that's just racism. Like, that's and fat phobia. She's not an obese person. Many patients blame themselves, even though obesity is a disease of disordered appetite and biological origin, not simply the result of habits or willpower, he said. Weight is determined primarily by biology and genetics, not by willpower alone. But taking anti-obesity medications isn't the easy way out, says Rebecca B. Kumar, MD, Senior Medical Advisor at Cornell University and Chief Medical Officer at Found, another medication company. Kumar noted that as more high-profile people share their experiences, the stigma around these medications will soften. This is all bullshit. It's people selling drugs. It's people selling drugs. One more time. It's people selling drugs. It's doing nothing for the stigma. Guess what? There is no stigma. Like, talking about this is being a victim to make money. There is no stigma behind taking GLP-1s. The biggest thing people talk about when they talk about weight loss medications is their inability to pay for it. Is them saying that they tried to get on a weight loss medication, but their insurance wouldn't approve it. There is no stigma. And if you think there is a stigma, I'd love to hear your effing opinion about it. Okay? Because what stigma? People who have all the tools in the world, like Serena and Oprah, have shown us that this is not the easy way out, but rather an important tool to address the biology of weight control when diet and exercise do not help. This is like, I read through this before I started recording, and I think I just kind of got the gist of it. And now that I'm like actually like reading it a second time, I'm getting like pissed off. What to know about Zepbound? Zepbound trizepatide is currently the most effective medication available for weight management. Trizepatide works by targeting both GLP-1 and GIP receptors, resulting in greater weight loss and better glucose lowering in medications that target GLP-1 alone. In the head-to-head SURMOUNT trial founded by drug manufacturer Eli Lilly, people who took trizepatide lost more weight than those who took semaglutide. After 72 weeks of treatment, participants taking trizepatide lost to 20.2% of their body weight, about 50 pounds, while those taking semaglutide lost 13.7, about 33 pounds of their body weight. All GLP-1s are excellent medications for diabetes and weight control, but often are limited by what insurance covers, and occasionally we'll look at other comorbidities that a medication is approved for to see if they may be a good fit for it, says Kumar. Isaacs reiterated that insurance coverage is a big determining factor for GLP-1 access. He pointed to CVS Caremark recent change. As of July 1st, it removes Zepbound from its formulary, which required most patients to switch to Wegovy, regardless of which drug works better for them, which is also a very important and bad thing that is happening in the world of drugs and insurances. It absolutely sucks when you're on a medication and then all of a sudden you have to take like the generic version because of changes within your insurance. It's bullshit. Even if a patient is doing well on a medication, insurance sometimes forces a switch to coverage restrictions or deals made behind the scenes. Isaac says cost, patient preference, and side effects still matter, but they're all secondary to what insurances will actually pay for. I'm going to skip is Zepbound or Wegovy right for you. I don't care. You can look up that on your own. GLP-1s work best when combined with healthy habits. So Williams' Instagram feed shows she continued to exercise a lot and eat healthy while taking Zepbound. She told Vogue that she gets her protein fill from beans. That's how she stays so skinny. Beans. According to Kumar, she's taking the right actions. Zepbound is a powerful tool. Patients need to consider what they are willing to change in their lifestyle, because if protein requirements and strength training are not in place, people can lose muscle and be predisposed to regaining fat mass once they stop the medication. That's why they regain the weight after they stop the medication. It's because they didn't take the right protein or have the right movement goals in place. But I thought that eating right and exercising wasn't doing anything, so that's why I got on the Zepbound. And now that I'm getting off of the Zepbound, you're saying I'm gaining the weight because I didn't eat right or exercise while I was on the Zepbound. Okay. For anyone considering you're taking trizepatide, should know that it works best when combined with regular exercise and a balanced low-calorie diet, says Isaacs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Medications are an important option when lifestyle changes alone are not enough, but they do not replace the need for healthy living. He said, trizepatide is medical therapy, not a quick fix, and it requires ongoing medical supervision. Side effects, most often nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and constipation, are common, especially as the doses increases. But don't worry, there's things like Pepto-Bismol for that, so you can take more things to help with those pesky symptoms and side effects. Some people are super responders. also known as God's favorites, and achieve great results with very low doses known as microdoses, while others may need to titrate up to the highest dose to get the desired effect, says Isaacs. He added that most people need to continue tirzepatide long term because there is a high risk of weight regain if the medication is stopped. Everyone's response is different, so an experienced physician should manage titration and help address any side effects. Obesity experts can also inform you about newer medications that are transforming obesity care. Isaac says more GLP-based medications are on the horizon, including new injectables and lower-cost oral versions expected in the coming years. Oh, goody! We are truly moving into a new era where obesity is managed like other chronic medical conditions, offering hope and effective therapies, he said. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that just a little ditty, a little more on Serena Williams losing 31. Who cares about how much weight she lost? Serena Williams being a spokesperson for Roe. I think it sucks. Sorry. I wish she did this quietly and then never talked about it again. You know, I listen, I get it. I saw this thing on TikTok that was like, you think you can hurt me? I was 160 pounds in 2003. Like, I get it. I was 160 pounds in 2003. But it still is, still sucks. It still freaking sucks. It's still like, I get why people would get on it. Like, when you think about, like, you know, the fat phobia and the bullshit, you know, glorification of being skinny of the 90s and early aughts, why wouldn't you go on these weight loss medications? But we can acknowledge that. We can acknowledge why people would do it and, like, even write it off. But we can still acknowledge how much this sucks, because there is the other side to it. There is the financial aspect. There is the aspect of the symptoms that suck. And there is the side of the joy of food being taken away. And for some people, you know, that can also have emotional and psychological some side effects as well. So, yeah. Hope you like that. What are your thoughts? I'd love to know your thoughts. And we'll get into it with our guest. Now, I have to say, sometimes this happens when I interview, when I record with somebody. I had some technical difficulties, so you may see some sudden jumps and things in this week's episode. I also had dogs barking at one point. There was some mic issues as well. So the interview, if you're watching on YouTube, might, you know, be a little bit, the camera cuts might be a bit severe. But that's just because I was trying to work around some of the technical issues that I had so that you could enjoy, you know, the most listening pleasure. But without further ado, please help me welcome my guest, personal trainer and stand-up comedian. Please welcome Billy Prinsell. Billy Prinsell.
Hey, how you doing? Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you for having me. Great to see you.
Yes. Thanks for making the drive in.
It was easy. It was a nice day.
Yes, I love that. I know that New York, the drive from Jersey to New York. What is this little girl doing? I think I'm sitting on her bone. The drive from Jersey to New York is a lot easier in the summer.
It is, yes.
There you go. She got her bone. Yeah, so I wanted to have you on because not only are you a comedian, you are a physical trainer, personal trainer.
Yes.
So you've been doing that for many years now, right?
Yeah, like 20.
Wow. What did you go to college for?
Philosophy.
Oh my God. How did you end up in...
Well, while I was doing that, I figured I I didn't know if I wanted to go into academia, but I knew I needed a day job at some point. So I started personal training while I was in college. So I took courses while I was in school.
Yeah. Yeah, when you were getting your degree in philosophy, what were you thinking in terms of jobs? Because I always think about that. Like, I was always jealous of people that knew that they just like would go to nursing school because they wanted to
Right.
be a nurse.
Yes.
Like, I never had that like
Streamline.
job title in mind.
Yes.
You know, my study choices were always very vague, but I don't feel like it gets more vague than philosophy.
No, it's true. It's just what I enjoyed the most to do. I mean, I took a bunch of different classes. I was undecided for a while, and then it was just what I loved to study.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah.
anything more. Just this is what I really enjoy doing.
Yeah. And so in that pursuit of that degree, you got into personal training. So how did that happen? Were you just always like a fit person?
Yeah, I always liked lifting weights.
Okay. So with that knowledge, you're like, I can help other people lift weights.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And were you like, did you do like sports as a kid?
Yeah, I wrestled and I skied.
Skied?
Yeah.
Didn't you grow up in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Where did you ski?
In New Jersey and New York.
I don't come from do you come from a ski family?
My dad was obsessed with skiing, yeah.
Really?
And it is, yeah.
He still is obsessed with skiing.
Yeah.
So were you like one of those kids that could just tear it up on the slopes? Like a
Yeah, I was
6-year-old?
fast. I didn't race, but that was like a big part of my life is going to ski mountains all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So were you ever like, because I skied once and it was so scary. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to die on the
Yes.
bunny hill.
Yeah. No, yeah. I started, my dad had me want to start when I was like 2 or 3. So I just grew up learning. I mean,
Yeah, it was like walking and talking. It's just like you were learning those things as you were learning how to ski.
right.
Damn. Have you ever like had any crazy injuries from skiing?
I tore my ACL.
I feel like I hear people talk about tearing their ACL, and I'm like, I feel like it's one of those things that sounds like you shouldn't be able to walk again after it happens. Like, what is tearing your ACL?
It's just something in your knee, and it goes, and it's there for stability and helping oblique motions. And if it pops, it pops.
If it pops, it pops. What is the recovery like that of that?
The surgery is way worse than the injury.
Oh.
So I was, the surgery after I tore my ACL, it was like I could still walk around, but the surgery I was out for weeks.
Yeah. And like, you're just, can you walk during that time, or do you have to like, how do you get around with the post-surgery ACL, post-ACL surgery?
No, I was just like, it was during college, so during winter break or summer break. So I was just like,
Didn't have much going on.
Yeah.
Didn't have much to do. Okay, so you've been a personal trainer for like 20 years and you just like lifting weights. So it was like, how did you get started with doing that? Were you just like, did you just like put ads on Craigslist? Like, I'll be your personal trainer?
No, there was a private gym connected to the college that I went to that used to be the Knicks training facility. And they got to work in the space of the college if they provided courses for the students. So I took those courses with them.
Oh, okay. So you did get some like training, so to speak, because of the courses that you were taking. So when you're personal training somebody, are they asking you for like dietary advice?
Sometimes, yeah.
And do you feel like you're qualified to?
Basic.
Yeah. So like, what do you think about diets? Like, and it's like, can I say in your professional opinion? Because you are like a trained physical therapist. I'm not physical. I keep wanting to say physical therapist, personal trainer. But like, what do you think of like the keto diet? Do you think that diets need to be sectioned off in these categories, or is it just basic like calories in, calories out?
No, I'm all just for well-balanced, sustainable diets.
Sustainable diets. I like that.
Yes.
What do you classify as a sustainable diet?
So just, well-rounded meals. I'm not thinking about keto. Yeah, no, I'm not pushing keto on anyone.
So
Just eating well balanced and healthy.
well balanced and healthy. I feel like for a guy, when they say that they eat healthy, it's that they're just eating dry chicken breast. Is that what you're doing?
No.
Because you have dry chicken breast physique, if I may say
Oh,
so.
thank you.
You know, like you clearly take care of yourself. But no, you can have like flavor while having a
Of
low.
course, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever what am I trying to ask? Like, so okay, first off, you grew up in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any siblings?
2 younger ones.
Oh, you're the older.
Mm-hmm.
You see, maybe it's because I have a younger sibling named Billy. For me, it's like very younger sibling energy from you.
Oh, great.
Yeah. How much older are you than your other 2 siblings?
6 years older than my brother and 11 years older than my sister.
Yeah, so it's like completely different generations.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, your dad was obsessed with skiing, so it sounds like your parents were kind of like physically fit.
Yeah, but I mean, just not really. No, I mean, just skiing.
Just skiing,
Yes.
just the discipline of skiing.
Yes.
Okay.
They're not pushing sports on me in any way.
Yeah, yeah. And so, how did you just get into wrestling because it was like at your high school?
Yeah, I was. There's something about how brutal everyone made it sound that I found appealing.
Oh, so you like to do like hard things?
Yeah, there was something about how awful everyone talked about it. That was like, I need to try this.
That's kind of how I felt about pledging a sorority.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's talking about like the pledge process being really hard, and I'm like, how hard could it be?
Yeah.
I'm watching the. You remember the show The Biggest Loser?
Yes.
So there's like a tell-all docu-series about it on Netflix, and one of the contestants was talking about how he wanted to apply for the show because he watched like he being like a 400-pound morbidly obese man, watching these fat people on this show do like the physical challenges, being like, I could do that. Right. So that was your introduction to high school wrestling,
Right,
just
yeah,
being like, I
yes.
could do that.
Give it a go.
Totally. Did you have like a notable high school career, like with wins and stuff?
No, it was average.
Yeah, very average.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you never, it doesn't sound like you ever like struggled with weight gain or anything.
No.
Did you ever struggle with wanting to like put on more muscle?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I entertain myself, basically.
Okay. It's just like what personal like markers can you set for yourself? Yeah. Do you do that with anything else in your life?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I read a lot, so I'll be like, I want to read every Shakespeare play.
Okay. Wow. I kind of get intimidated by people that read a lot because it's like you have so much knowledge in that head. No?
It's just something to do.
It's just something to do. Are you a TV watcher?
No.
No. You've always been a reader?
I got into literature when I was like 25.
Okay.
Before that, it was just philosophy.
Just you know what's interesting about you going into college for philosophy? Not many teenagers are into philosophy.
I didn't didn't get into it till I was like 19.
Okay, but still, it's like, I guess, young adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think that, with you, I'm sorry if I'm jumping around, just
No,
have
it's
these
fine.
little questions popping into my head as we're chatting. Since you've been a personal trainer for 2 decades now,
Mm-hmm.
have you seen what people come to you and like with their health goals? Have you noticed like trends in what people are trying to achieve? Like maybe there was an era where like
people used to talk about toning a lot more.
Yeah.
That was a thing. You don't hear toning anymore.
No, now people want to be slim.
Yes.
Yeah, no
Yes.
fat.
Yes, but when I first started, the thing was to be toned and to do exercises that promoted toning.
Can you tell when you've been training someone for a while if they're not seeing the results that they want to see? Can you tell it's like that they're not like following a diet that they should be following, or like
Yeah, but I mean, My niche is older women. That's who I usually train.
How did you fall into that niche?
I just started doing senior citizens classes, and then it's just usually the older women who join the gym.
Uh-huh. And so the senior citizen, like, were they classes at the Senior Citizen Center?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So how, like, that's like 70 plus, 75 plus?
Yeah, my oldest client's 102.
Really?
Yeah.
And she's still active?
She's wonderful. She can do 2-minute planks, and she does 85 pounds in the leg press for 15 reps.
Wow. I have a 90-second plank on my vision board for the year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
2-minute planks at
She does 2-minute planks, yeah.
That's hard-bodied.
It is.
Damn. So do you think that you can kind of like get into fitness at like any age?
Yeah, I didn't start with her till she was 97.
Really?
Yeah. And when I started with her, she couldn't do a 30-second plank. So, yeah.
I can't even picture a 97-year-old just like starting exercise. Like,
Well, she was always physically active. It's not like
Yeah.
she was sedentary,
right.
but not formal training.
Yeah. That's so awesome that like your niche is older women, and the fact that you like what does a class for senior citizens entail?
It's a lot of balance work and things that can be done on a chair.
Okay. Yeah. That would be like, it probably already exists in many different varieties, but like that'd be a great YouTube series of like
yeah.
senior citizen
Right.
exercises, you
Right.
know? And
Yeah.
that would be, it would legitimately be exercises that I'd probably watch those videos and do. Because like, I don't know, I think that diet culture and like all these different kind of like exercise fads make us think that like it has to be a certain kind of exercise,
Right.
you know, where really I've learned about myself that the only real, the only aspect of exercise that I really need in order for me to see results is having there being like finances on the line. So if,
Right.
like if I sign up for a class and they're going to charge me because
Right.
I don't show
You
up,
have to get your money's worth.
I have to get my money's worth. So I
Right.
have to show up. But like, that's really it. Other than that, it's like going for an hour long or a 30-minute long walk even is
that's
better
wonderful.
than like doing nothing.
Yeah. It's just about regularity and movement.
Regularity and movement. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a certain kind of exercise that you like more than others?
With them, yeah. Well, it depends on them because all of them have their own little injuries.
Right.
Or a lot of them do.
Yeah. Just through like being old.
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorite exercises to do with the senior citizens?
Having them try to stand on one leg for a second and then down, and then a few stretches, and then squats. And bird dogs.
Something I learned about myself when I was young is that I didn't know how to do a squat.
Yeah.
People don't know how to do squats.
Well, you can also, there's a lot of overthinking it.
Yeah. I was doing this thing where for some reason, anytime I went to go down into a squat, my toes would stand up.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you have to focus more on your like weight in the, like with your toes on the floor.
Yeah.
And like I was giving myself shin splints.
Oh, damn, I'm
because
sorry
of-
about that.
I mean, I was a teenager, so it's all worked out by now. How long have you been doing stand-up?
Since 2009.
Oh, long time. Have you ever lived anywhere else besides Jersey and done stand-up?
Well, Brooklyn and Manhattan.
Oh, I didn't know you lived in the city at one point.
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you live in the city for? Sorry.
Probably like 10 years.
10 years. Why did you go back to, did COVID bring you back to Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Really? And then you just like stayed?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were, so obviously when you were living in New York, you were being a personal trainer here.
Mm-hmm.
So was that also to senior citizens or was that to?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've always, it's not like I just do senior citizens, but that's just more my niche.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the training for like a New York baddie is much different than training for a senior citizen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's just young, fit people generally don't hire trainers.
Yeah, that's true. And with like things like YouTube, people are working out at home.
Yeah.
You know, they're not necessarily going to a gym. I find that have you ever taught, well, besides the senior citizens, like group fitness classes?
Yeah.
Like a Barry's class or anything like that? What, have you done any of those like like berries or Pure Bar? Like, have you taught those kinds of classes?
Yeah.
Yeah, young people don't pay for personal trainers, but young people love a group fitness class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you have a skill like what you do, it's a good way to make side money.
Yeah.
Is it hard doing it like to make money full time? Like, can you do that with 40 hours?
Yeah.
And really?
Yeah, if that's what you want your focus to be, yeah.
I had a friend that I had, like, a lot of New York friends I didn't have after the pandemic. This was a pre-pandemic friend who was trying to do the personal trainer thing. And he was just running all around the city trying to meet someone like on the Upper West Side
Really?
or down in Financial District, like to go to their apartments to like be there for their personal trainer.
Oh, he was doing privates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done that?
Yeah, I mean, when I first moved to the city, I would do private sometimes. But it's tough because you have to charge enough to account in for the time it takes you to get there and then get to the next person.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just more convenient to train everyone at a gym.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because then, it's like you're running around the city trying to, meet up all these people, and you're also going into their apartments. And I know you're in my apartments right now, but like that can be a little bit weird going into someone's personal space.
When I was doing it, I was like 23, 24, and it's just like it's kind of fun just to run around the city.
Yeah, it's a good way to like learn the subways. Yeah, you talking about diets, like you've just always been able to like know what to eat, or did you just learn through like your training, like your personal trainer classes?
I learned through my training classes.
Yeah. And okay, so like have you ever had a client that was like severely obese coming to work with
No.
you? No, you've never had someone like that.
Mm-mm.
Because that's actually another thing with the Biggest Loser docu-series that I was watching. I would imagine that training someone that's obese is much different than how you would train a senior citizen or like a young, very healthy person.
Yeah.
And they were training these people as if they were like in the Navy SEALs.
Oh,
it's
damn.
like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, like how are they not getting injured more?
Right, yes.
And if they are, like they probably are getting injured more. And do you think that when someone like gets injured with like shin splints or something,
Mm-hmm.
like are there exercises that they can do that, won't-
Corrective exercises? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Corrective exercises. I've never heard that term before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Billy? What's a day in your life like?
I go to work and I do shows. And, I have a special out on Amazon and Apple called Hunkabunkas.
Hunkabunkas. I actually love that because Starland Ballroom?
Yeah.
It used to be called Hunkabunka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love your little icon on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Why'd you call it Hunkabunkas?
It just starts with my first kiss, and it was at Hunkabunkas.
It was at Hunkabunkas?
It was, yes.
Like was there like a DJ playing or something, or was it just like a night,
No, it was just like a teen night.
like a teen night?
Yeah.
Teen night at Hunkabunkas.
Yes.
Oh wow! Did you go to teen nights a lot as a kid?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in high school, that's something we do probably like once a month.
Because once a month there'd be teen nights
Yeah.
at the adult clubs.
Yeah.
I was always too scared to go to teen nights. I was like, that feels too adult.
Oh, I mean, the alternative was no, it was just, they were so much fun. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They were great.
I mean, I loved VFW dances.
What's that?
Like, you know what a VFW is? Like
No.
it's like a VFW is like it's like a sorority, or it's like a fraternity of like vets that get together at like a hall.
Oh,
And,
that's cool.
Yeah, and like, I had a Sweet 16 at a VFW.
Oh,
And they would have like, dance nights there. But
Very
like
cool.
to be at a place that serves alcohol, no, that's too scary.
oh, yes.
Yeah. Were you like a kid that partied? Like a teenager that partied?
Not really. I mean, I didn't not party, but I didn't like get fucked up a lot.
Yeah. I was too afraid. Like I didn't touch alcohol or anything. It was too scary. Have you ever like, I feel like you don't like do anything to excess. Like
No, I'm
drink
pretty
to-
temperate.
Yeah. You've always been temperate?
Yeah.
Wow. Even in talking to you, it's just very like you give the perfect amount of information. Yes and no. Okay, yes. Where did you film your special?
In Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, why there?
That's that's where they were filming it.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I love when people film specials not in like where the area where they're from,
Oh yeah,
because it's just a different energy.
it is. Yeah.
You know, I love going outside of the city to do stand up. I prefer like the Midwest.
Yeah,
You know, those people want to have fun.
they do.
How do you feel about caffeine?
I love caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think, I feel like some super, super healthy people, like where health is their like profession,
Mm-hmm.
they think you should stay away from caffeine.
I mean, I don't know. I can't read if I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
I can't. It's not happening.
How many cups a day do you do?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
Is that just because that's just your schedule, or it's like you don't do more than 2?
No, I mean I do one when I wake up and one around 2 or 3.
I feel like when I wake up, I have one as like for like medicinal value.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I don't have one, I'm gonna get a headache.
Yes.
What,
Yeah. No.
what
absolutely.
is that, by the way? Do you know what that is? Besides
Well,
caffeine
if
addiction?
you accustom yourself to it, that's just what it happens.
Yeah. I feel like I was reading online about it because I was wondering if I could ever kick the caffeine habit, which I can't. I can't kick the caffeine habit. But it's something where like the like blood vessels in your head, like it's because it's like any addiction, they're withdrawing from not having the drug.
Right.
And so it's like there's something where it's like they like pulse or something. It was really weird. It was a really weird visual from what I read about it. But I just succumbed to it. I was like, everyone has a vice.
It's true.
And of that, I have many, but caffeine is one of them. Finney loves you. I knew Finney would like your energy.
Really cute.
I know. I love, like, you have such a calming energy. You like could lead like a Zen meditation.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever gotten into meditation?
No.
Really?
No.
That so feels up your alley. I guess I don't know you very well.
I just do a lot of cardio, and that's my meditation.
How do you run many miles?
I do like 200 minutes of easy cardio, and then 50 minutes of high intense cardio
Every day?
every week.
Every week.
Mm-hmm.
200 minutes. So that's, what, 3 hours? A little over 3 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So do you work out every day?
Usually 6 days a week.
6 days a week? Like, when you're teaching, do you count that as a workout?
No.
No.
I'm not working out with them.
No, you're just...
I'm just instructing.
I always know, because I do, like I said, I like group fitness classes. And when I see on the schedule that the one teacher has like 5 classes back to back, I'm like, you're going to be exhausted.
Yes. I mean, it's some people work out more than others while they're instructing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's totally up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read on the Pure Barre subreddit a lot, that being a discussion of whether people want the instructor doing the...
Yes.
But I'm like, if I'm doing the plank, I don't need to see you doing the plank.
No, I mean, that's not why they're there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this isn't so that they work out with us.
Right.
This is like... so you work out 6 days a week. How many miles can you do at once?
That's not... So I think of it in terms of time.
Right. So, like, you don't run necessarily for 200 minutes straight.
No.
But do you ever do long-distance running?
Yeah, I did for a while. Just to do something.
Yeah. So do you like switch up your workouts?
I do, yeah. So I switch up my goal sometimes.
Okay. And is that just like so you don't get bored?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I noticed that's another thing with working out, and it's just like getting bored of doing the same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Over and
so
over
you
again.
switch up your goals every once in a while to keep it entertaining.
Yeah. And what's entertaining for you? Like what are your current set of goals with working out?
Just to maintain right now.
Maintain.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to tell, like, let's say somebody is, 35 years old and they haven't worked out in forever and they're like they live a relatively sedentary lifestyle, like
Yes.
what would you recommend as like a good kickoff point, and like what do you recommend for consistency?
Just do 3 days a week, and so they're sedentary.
Mm-hmm.
So take walks.
Walks.
Yeah.
And then after walking, we're like, what's the next step after that?
Some core exercises.
Oh, okay.
Bird dogs, planks, squats.
What is a bird dog?
It's when you go on all fours, you extend the left arm, right leg, and then down and switch.
That's a hard exercise. That's the thing about exercise. It looks easy, and then
Yeah.
you go to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I started doing Pure Barre, because I was like,
great.
I can do this.
Yeah.
And then I did one class, and I was like, I feel like I'm ready for the Navy
Yeah.
SEALs. Like, it was insane how hard standing on your tiptoes are.
Not easy.
It's gets into muscles that like I didn't know that there was a muscle there that could hurt.
Yes. Yeah.
So from your perspective as someone that, you know, has been a personal trainer for so long, do you think that how do I want to ask this? Like do you think that fat necessarily means unhealthy?
What to a I mean, there are degrees.
Yeah. So like, if I think in general, if it's like if you're exercising and trying to eat a healthy diet, it doesn't necessarily matter what you look like. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, I saw that I think it's Serena Williams, the tennis player.
Mm-hmm.
She is like selling Ozempic now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And her, like in the commercial, she was like, I've played at the professional level. I work out all the time. And even then, like, I still like didn't get the body that I wanted. And it just like was insane to me. It's like, you're an Olympian.
Well, she's selling Ozempic.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just insane to me that it's like an Olympian would sell Ozempic.
Right.
That feels so counterintuitive to a healthy lifestyle, is having
Right.
like I'm not anti-medication. I think like, you know, if you have something that you need to take medicine for, by all means. But it just, I don't know, it felt icky to me to like to be selling Ozempic when you're an athlete.
Right.
I can understand Oprah doing it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like she's a TV personality.
Right.
Have you had any wild clients, like people that were like bizarre or had interesting backstories?
I had a client who was going to get. Do you know about those disciplinary camps that teenagers would have to go to like Utah?
Yeah.
They dig a bunch of holes for being bad kids.
Yeah. Paris Hilton went to one.
Really?
Yeah, she has a documentary about it.
Oh, well, I was training someone who was going to be sent to one of these camps, but her parents didn't want her to know that, but they didn't think she was fit enough to go to the camp. So they hired me to get her in shape enough to go to the disciplinary camp. But but they told her that she was going to a tennis camp in Florida.
No.
So they had me train her as if she was going to a tennis camp.
That's crazy that you knew.
Yes.
They told you but didn't tell her.
Yeah.
So when she had her last session with you, you were like, enjoy tennis camp.
Yes.
But you knew
Yes.
she was being sent to the... You didn't hear from her after?
No, I did. I trained with her after.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
But did she say like what it was like, or?
She came back sort of like she just had like a 100-mile stare,
Yeah.
and she would be like, "It's all
Prisoner
about
of war.
accountability."
Oh yeah, it's all about
That's
accountability.
just what she kept repeating. Yeah.
It's all about accountability. That's
Yes.
so dark.
Yes.
That is so dark.
Yes.
And it's so those bad teen camps,
Yes.
right? Whatever. So weird. Those you're sent there to be, you know, prisoners essentially,
Right.
and like work out and whatever. You dig holes, like you said.
Dig holes, yes.
Yeah. It's like her parents were sending her to a physical trainer, so it's like, I don't know. She's that doesn't equate in my mind of just like I don't know. Those camps are so weird. Like, it's also one of the, I don't know if this happened to this girl, but they like kidnap people in the middle of the night to be taken to those camps.
There's a comic who said that was one of his first jobs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to talk to that guy. That's crazy to kidnap.
Yeah, you get in a van,
teens.
wear fatigues, and then pick them up in the middle of the night.
I don't understand why that has to be part of the process. Like, I guess the idea is like, well, we got to get them to go somehow.
Yeah.
So we have to kidnap them.
It doesn't seem legal. It just doesn't seem legal
like,
at all.
how is that? But because parents are signing off on it.
Right.
Are these parents deluded?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, who's to say? Who's to say?
You're like, they just paid me.
Yeah.
They just paid me. It's crazy. She came back with like 1,000-yard stare and just like talked about accountability. I would be mad at you if I were her. I'd be like, I thought I was going to tennis camp.
I wasn't the one who pushed the lie.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I would be like, you could have told me that I was going to.
I was just like, I had no idea.
Yeah. Damn. How many weeks do you remember that she was gone?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Damn. That is a good one. Mm-hmm. That is a good one. Yeah, I don't think those accountability camps work. I think it just makes for like really upset kids.
Probably.
Yes. That come back like tortured. Wow. Did you ever go to camp as a kid?
No.
I went to camp 2 summers and it was only a week long.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And it was like you like zip lined. That was another thing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that was another thing that I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I have a fear of heights.
Oh.
You get up there like, oh, this is awful. I can't do this. That was another thing with COVID, doing the rooftop shows. I'm like, oh, I hate it up here.
It's funny.
This is so scary. Gosh. Did anybody in your family ever suffer with like the struggle with their weight at all?
My dad had to lose weight.
Yeah.
But my dad lost weight because he wanted to go to the Grand Canyon on a camel ride. And the only way you could do it is if you weighed less than 200 pounds. And that's the only thing that really motivated him to lose weight.
That is the perfect goal. I love that.
Yes.
Do it for the camels.
For the camel ride.
Do it for the camel ride.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they do camel
ride. Donkey? What do they have in the Grand Canyon?
I would imagine it's probably donkeys. I don't think there's camels
There's
in
no
the
camels in the Grand
There's
Canyon.
no camels in the Grand Canyon.
Sorry.
I was like, something about this feels a little out of place. What did this image is out of place? And so like, do you come from like a family of eaters? Like when my one friend talks about when she goes to her mom's house, like her mom will cook dinner. It's like, this is a portion for one person. This is supposed to feed 5 of us.
That's
like,
funny.
Whereas at my house, it's just like so much food.
Right.
Like you can't even see straight. There's so much
That's
food.
great.
What kind of house do you come from?
There's a lot of food.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Your favorite book that you've ever read?
I really enjoyed The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton.
What's that about?
It's about a 28-year-old woman living in New York City, and she's hot, but she realizes that her beauty is going to fade soon, and so she's trying to secure a husband.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of genre I like to read about. Just a woman afraid she's going to lose it.
Yes.
And lose everything. Well, tell us a little bit more about your special.
It's was filmed in Raleigh, North Carolina with Ryza Comedy. They were wonderful. And it opens with dating stuff and some personal stories. And then I end with aesthetics.
Aesthetics,
Mm-hmm.
like personal.
Just like no, not my personal aesthetic, but just looks.
Yeah. I can't wait. Is it out now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's like you said, it's on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely check it out, and I'll link it in the description for
thank
people
you.
to find it. Yes. Like, have you ever done like a master cleanse?
No.
No. What do you think of those?
Dumb.
Dumb. Don't do it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not for anything extreme.
Yeah. What is actually happening to the body when you do a cleanse?
I don't know, but it's behaviorally. I don't think it promotes health
Yeah.
because it's an extreme mindset.
Yeah, and diet culture is all about extremes.
Yeah, well, I would say that it's best to be moderate about everything. That's the key to sustainability.
Yeah. I know, which is like, I'm an all or nothing person. And until I got out of that mindset,
Right.
I was like, it was just these high highs and then these low lows.
Right.
Of just like, I'm on top of the world. And it's like, I'm a piece of shit that can't do anything.
Right.
It's awful.
Yeah, so you just want to do things that are sustainable to prevent yo-yoing.
Yeah. Do you have clients that deal with yo-yoing?
Not really now because no, I don't. I mean, I used to, but not now.
Yeah. I feel like I've never worked with a trainer, and one of the main reasons why I haven't is because I don't want to stop going to them,
Right.
and then gain a bunch of weight and then come back and have to be like, I'm back, I'm back, back for your business. Well, geez, thank you. I didn't know that a 102-year-old person has the ability to work out at that level.
She sure does.
I mean, damn.
She's inspirational. She's really wonderful.
She sounds like
her in World War II. She was a iron welder in the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and she said, "Everyone knows Rosie the Riveter, but I'm Zelda the Welder."
my gosh, icon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was reminding me of like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because
Yeah.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg worked out a ton.
She did.
She had a personal trainer. I watched her documentary
Nice.
on a plane.
Nice.
I feel like that's where you should watch a Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary, is on a plane.
Yeah.
certain like any Blake Lively movie, that's a plane movie.
Yes.
I'm not gonna sit on my couch and watch a Blake Lively movie. That's a plane movie. Well, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, tell people where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram. I put my show schedule there, and check out my special on Amazon and Apple.
Yes, Billy's so funny and a great hang.
Thank you.
I love I remember you're just so kind. Like, coming home from a road gig with you'll like drop you off wherever. Whereas I feel like other comics are like, this is where the car is going.
No.
I don't care. You're very thoughtful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, well, follow Billy, everybody. Check out his special, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.